Good morning, class. This is Sana Uzma from the Millennium School. Children, in the last class, we discussed about Faraday's law of electrolysis, as you can see here, and we discussed about the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. And to explain this in detail, that is the quantitative aspects of electrolysis in detail, I discussed with you the two laws, that is the first law of electrolysis and the second law of electrolysis. Let us recall quickly what is first law of electrolysis. The first law of electrolysis is about the relation between the mass of any substance deposited and the charge supplied to the electrolytic solution. As you can see here, this is the mathematical expression for the law, where in order to get rid of the proportionality sign, we used a constant represented by Z and is known as electrochemical equivalent. We also discussed the second law of electrolysis. The second law of electrolysis is about connecting two or more cells in series, as you can see here in this example. And then this law related the mass of the substance deposited with the equivalent mass. We came to know about this general formula for this particular cell, where the two electrolytic solutions are connected together, and one contained the electrolyte AgNO3, whereas the other contained CuSO4. And then we came to know about this formula. The formula is mass of Ag deposited upon mass of copper deposited is equal to equivalent mass of Ag upon equivalent mass of copper, as you can see in this example. So these were the topics, these were the laws that we took up in the last session. And then we also discussed about some important calculations, and in today's session I will be discussing with you the numerical problems based on these calculation part only. I hope you all have properly revised these calculation part, so that you can also do the numericals along with me today. And I will be using this formula today. In most of the cases I will be using other formulas also, but please do remember this formula, because many numericals are mostly based on this formula says that weight of the substance deposited at any electrode is equal to the atomic mass or the molecular mass into charge. In place of charge, you can write I into T upon n factor and Faraday. And if you remember, 1 Faraday is equal to the charge carried by 1 mole of electron, and the value which is equal to this 1 Faraday is 96500. So I hope you remember this much from your previous lecture. Now coming to the numerical part. Here is the first numerical from NCERT, children. You can see here the first numerical is how much charge is required for the following reductions of 1 mole of Al3 plus to Al. Second is Cu2 plus to Cu, and third is MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus. So in this case you need to find out how much charge or how much Faraday will be required to bring about the following conversions. These are very simple numericals, and I have already discussed a few of such type of numericals with you while I was explaining the law to you. As you can see in the first case, Al3 plus is getting converted into Al. You can see here, children. So to convert 1 mole of Al3 plus, 3 moles of electrons will be needed, and 1 mole of Al will be produced. So the amount of charge required here will be 3F. Now to find out the exact value, this 3 will be multiplied with the value of 1 Faraday. Here you can see the exact value of Faraday is being used, that is 96487. But in this place you can also use 96500 Coulomb to make the calculation part easy. Now moving on to the next part. The next part is Cu2 plus getting converted into Cu. Here you can see that since the charge over copper is 2 plus, so obviously 2 moles of electrons will be required, and 2 moles of electron means 2F. Again, finding the accurate value, which will be equal to 2 into the value of 1 Faraday. Again, you can use 96500 in place of the given value. You will get the final answer in Coulomb. So moving on to the third part. The third part is converting MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus. So first of all, what you need to do is to find out the charge or the oxidation state of this Mn, which is very common because you have done this in the last class, that is in your previous class, class 11. This you can take it as X, where the oxidation state of one oxygen atom is -2. So for 4 oxygen atom it will be -8 and the net charge will be equal to -1. So the value of X will come out to be 7. So now with the help of this calculation, we know the charge over manganese is +7. So how much change in oxidation is occurring? It is equal to 5. You can see here that the change in oxidation state is 5. So how many electrons will be needed to carry out this much of change? It will be equal to 5 Faraday. So what will be the charge required? It will be equal to 5F. So to find out the exact value, you can multiply 5 with 96500 to find out the exact value. I hope this much is clear to you. And now moving on to the next numerical.